What's up? Welcome back to the channel. So I've heard people talking about recession. We are in one, we're going into one, blah, blah, blah. So I think now is probably a great time to invest in the stock market. So I just want to show a couple of tickers that are really catching my eye. Companies that I believe in long term. I'm talking like 2 to 5 years, things like that. This is not swing trading. Also, I should say none of this is financial advice. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, so starting off real quick, I just want to shout out this website that I just found this morning. It's called TradingView. If you look, you can sort different stocks by different categories: highest cash on hand, highest profit per employee, biggest losers, top gainers, all of these categories. It seems like it will make your life very easy as far as doing research for investing goes. So I plan to use this website a lot, and I just wanted to point this out. Again, I just found this morning, so do with that information what you will. Moving on, we have Boeing. I don't plan to invest in Boeing because I personally don't like the image that they have in the public eye right now.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
There are allegedly some shady things happening to previous employees. I don't know, but I don't like it, and quite frankly, I don't even like flying, so I'm not investing in Boeing. However, my buddy who travels everywhere, every other week he's going somewhere, it's insane. I don't sound resentful about that at all. But yeah, he says, yo, you should invest in this, and quite frankly, he's probably right. I do think there is going to be money to be made here. He says that Airbus and Boeing are the only two real airplane companies, and hey, people need to travel, so I totally agree with that. However, I don't like what they're doing. I don't like the stuff I'm hearing about the company, so I'm not investing, but I wanted to mention it because I do think there probably are profits to be made here, especially when you look at the chart from a year back. And another one that I just want to mention real quick that I used to invest in but now I don't is this high dividend ETF. I think they paid dividends out like monthly. It was pretty frequent, and I thought that it was interesting that, you know, if you just put enough money into this, you could just get paid every month and never have to work again. Now obviously you got to put a lot of money in for that to happen. However, it piqued my interest. Now I stopped investing in it because quite frankly I think that they just have a couple of companies in the ETF that I really don't like. The things I'm hearing that they're doing to the water supply. Allegedly, of course. It's not like a large company would exploit the community's health for profits. That would never happen. I don't really invest in this because that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. However, if you like getting paid dividends, well then maybe you like this ETF. Moving on to Microsoft. I think that Microsoft is a decent buy. I will say that it's a lot more expensive. So do I believe in the company long term? Yes, I do. I mean, you can look at this 1 year graph and you can see that it's been pretty consistent growth, relatively steady. You look at the 5 years, again, I think it's a steady earner. It's a product that I believe in. It's a product that I use. I'm recording this on a Windows laptop right now. But overall, I think that Microsoft is probably going to continue to go up. I think it's a huge company that is a staple in the digital world. So yeah, I believe in it. But I will say that I do question the opportunity cost because, yeah, you probably make a little bit of money. Again, look at this year to date. Yeah, you probably make a little bit of money. If it bounces up to the peak from the year to date, it'd be like 466 from around 420. But I mean, it's just like, I don't know. For me, the opportunity cost seems a little high in comparison to some of the other tickers that I'm going over in this video. Moving on to Airbnb. This is another stock that if you like to travel, this is one you might want to invest in because it's something that you believe in. Now, I don't use a lot of Airbnb, but I really like the concept. I've seen how Uber has taken off. I like the idea of, real estate owners being able to put properties on it. I think it's a unique business that I think has some longevity. And over the last month, it's taken a pretty drastic dip. So I would say this is probably something that I'm going to invest in eventually. If you look at the year to date, again, the dip is pretty drastic. And like I said about the opportunity cost with Microsoft, you could get like 4 of these, give or take, for the cost of one of Microsoft. So I don't know. I mean, but then again, 2 totally different companies. So is it even right for me to compare those? Probably not, but it's just something to think about. So yeah, Airbnb, I definitely do think eventually I'll probably be buying some, and I think that now would be a pretty good time to do that. Moving on, we have Reddit. This is another one that again is facing a dip in the recession, and one thing that I really like about Reddit is the fact that it only came out a couple of months ago. Okay, so this just recently IPO'd, therefore this, I think, is kind of the bottom of where this stock is going to be. I think that this is a good company because I use Reddit frequently. I know a lot of people that do. You can learn a lot of stuff on Reddit. If you have a hobby, it's a fun place to go to just browse. I think that Reddit is an interesting buy. I'm wondering how it's going to age. I hope it doesn't just trade sideways for 10 years and prove me wrong, but frankly, I think that Reddit is an interesting buy. I think at around $55 right now. I think that's worth it, and yeah, let me know your thoughts on Reddit, because I feel like I really believe in it, but I really thought it would have taken off a lot more after its IPO, but you know, who am I? And last but certainly not least, it is my golden egg, and that is Google. I love Google so much. I'm heavily invested in it. It's like 2/3 of my portfolio. Google is king. You know how I know Google is king? Because you're watching me on Google right now. Google owns YouTube, and I feel like YouTube is basically just free money for whoever owns it. I love Google. It's absolutely my favorite stock that I own, hands down. I use it all the time. I spend way too much time on YouTube. If you look at this website, going back to TradingView real quick, highest cash, the US companies with the most cash on hand, right below Berkshire Hathaway, which is an absolute behemoth of a stock. Right below that, Google. It's above Amazon. It's Google. I mean, I love Google. It's a verb. It's a verb. People literally are just like, oh, just Google it. It's my favorite, hands down. It's easy. Google is my favorite thing. It's what I would invest in. The month chart, the fact that it took a nice little dip here, that's beautiful. I love that so much. I have nothing else to say but Google. It's great. So that's about it for the video. If you made it this far, consider liking and subscribing. I do all kinds of stuff on this channel. Recently, I've been talking about my investments because I just think that it's important to make your money work for you, especially when you're a broke bitch like me and you don't got a lot of money. It's helpful. It really is helpful. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.